We're live.
It's him, Zuckerberg, spying on stuff.
Everyone at home, we're going to start in 30 seconds. The other earpiece.
Zuckerberg has that look like, why are you bothering me? I'm just stealing and spying.
Wait a second for people to start showing up.
You're not supposed to talk to me about that.
Those of you that are joining us, if you could maybe throw into the comment who is here, I can give you a shout out. Oh, it's Andrew. We will start in 1 minute, 2 minutes or so, just letting people see the notification. Oh, it's Gnome is back. Hitting up the jiu-jitsu drills and now the karate. Good for him. Everyone at home, just stretch out for a minute. I didn't give the kind of countdown like I normally do, so we'll allow people to do it on this end. People just showed up. As I just said, if people could just throw into the chat who is here in the room, just so I can know for rank, and Theodore is here too, great. Just so I can know for rank and get a sense. And again, we'll start up in a minute. I will try from now on to make sure I have the kind of 2 or 3 minute countdown marker. We just didn't do it today because we finished the other class and then we're setting up this one. All right, let's bow in, and then people that show up can show up. And everyone, stand straight and strong. Shinzen bow. Ice. Bow Shakeshian. Ice. Courtesy here. Ice. Senpai Adri. Ice. Senpai Christian. Ice. Feet together, hands together. Moxa. Moxa yame. And no. Very good. One step forward, you guys. Turn around. Pick up a fighting stance and move around. Shadow box. So I mentioned in this morning's class, some of you may have been there, some of you may not have been, the idea that I would like to see, and you should feel, you're going to feel it more than I'm going to see it, even in one of our Zoom classes, that the stuff we do every single class, you notice yourself getting slightly better at it. So in other words, it shouldn't be that whenever we do our basic punches in a minute, it's always the same. They should get a little more accurate, a little stronger. Your stances should get a little deeper. Don't let the stuff that we do every single class just slide through. And it's like, okay, this is our warm-up, this is just exercise. No, you should get a little better, a little stronger. The higher rank you are, the more experienced you are, the harder that's going to be to have a bigger difference in the improvement of basic techniques. But especially if you're newer, you should see some real improvement. Yame. Good. Both of you take one little step forward. And yoi. Good. Actually, I'm sorry. Everyone shake it out, stretch out on your own 30 seconds. Yes, apologize. Little senpai tan is in. So when we go into our basic punches, I would like you to pick one of three things. I want you to either pick making the power a little bit more, just a little, the speed a little bit more, or the accuracy a little bit more. One of those three. A little stronger, a little faster, or a little more precise. You pick one, but keep your focus on that throughout all the basic punches, which is only, the first 5 minutes. Okay, let's stand up. And once again, you guys can go a little forward. Yoi. Right leg forward, San Shindachi, both hands up. Kamaite. Both fists out, right fist pull back. Engage your legs, engage your backside. Feel like you're squeezing the floor. Imagine there's an object between your 2 feet and you're squeezing it together to hold it there. Slow and strong. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Punching fast. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Coup. Jump. Yeah. Very good. Jane and Lennon are here as well. Good. Nice big group, everyone. Bring it up to the face. Slow and strong. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Punching fast. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Coup. Jump. Yeah. Very nice. Bring the punch down with a buki. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Punching fast. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Coup. Jump. Yeah. Sanban Suki. Jodan Chudan Geidan. Nice. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Coup. Jump. Yeah. Very good. So, everyone, we don't do this punch as often. Bring your hands up. Seiken Ago Suki position. So again, halfway between our boxing punches and our traditional karate punches, snap the fist and bring it back. So, what I'm going to allow here is within your Sanchin Dachi that you allow yourself to push out of the punching foot. What do I mean by the punching foot? I mean whatever foot you're also punching with. So here we are in Seiken Agasuki. If I'm punching with my left hand, my left foot can push forward a little bit. Boom. When I'm throwing my classic punches, we want to keep that stance, gripping the ground. But when I get to these slightly more modern punches, we don't want to lose our stance altogether. We don't want to turn into boxing. But feel free to let that foot push into it. Let the other foot push into it. It's one of the most important lessons for actual boxing is to use your feet. So we want to do that here with our Seiken Agasuki. Starting with your right hand, snap the punch. Your right foot can be engaged. Ich. Exactly. Left hand. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch. Coup. Jump. Yeah. 10 more with Ki. Right hand first. Ich.
Yeah.
Ni.
Yeah.
Sun.
Yeah.
Chi.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah.
Rup.
Yeah.
Sich.
Yeah.
Hach.
Yeah.
Ku.
Yeah.
Ju.
Yeah.
Very good. Right leg pulls back. Nore. Good. Down on your stomach, push-up position. 30 seconds. Begin. Go. Any style that you'd like. Again, our goal is not to just repeat these movements, but to actually gain some ground. And down onto your back. They announce that the beaches are going to be open. Got to show that you're doing something during the pandemic other than just having Cheetos. 30 seconds, go. I actively bought Cheetos at the supermarket yesterday. So that was actually a message to myself. And down. Stretch out any way you'd like. Upper body, lower body, anything. Coming back and doing something that we worked on earlier today. Senpai Tan had made a suggestion after I asked for people to about techniques and movements that would be very easy to do in a very limited space, like your homes where you guys are. Some of you don't have much room to work around in. And one of the things that we can work on is our 8 directionals. Many of the higher ranking people in the room have done this before. If you have never done this before, we're going to guide you through it. And it's what it's the 8 directionals are a nice template. The idea behind the 8 directions is that we've got front, back, left, right, north, south, east, west, however you'd like. And the goal is to do a technique in each direction, each one of the 4 directions, with both of our feet. Now, there's a little bit of a kind of a part of it that's not as accurate as it could be. In other words, there's 1 or 2 spots that you don't hit both feet. But the idea is that we're going to do to our left and to our right, to the front, to the back, to the left, right, to the left, the right, left. If you don't know this, we'll walk you through it, don't worry. And the nice thing about it is that you can put any series of techniques on it. So you could turn and just throw like a punch or two, which is what we're going to start with. You can turn and throw something complicated, like the basic Tai Savaki or a long-winded combination. I'm going to give you guys options. You'll see in a second. Everyone stand up, hold it in here. And we'll start off with a very basic version of it. And how we'll do this to make life easy. Hold on a second. Okay. What we'll do to make life easy here is let's have Senpai Christian, why don't you face towards the column? Right, like away from the camera. And now take a big step over to the right. Good. And Senpai Adri, actually, yeah, why don't you go a little more to the right, Christian? And Senpai Adri right there is fine. So most of you will be moving exactly like Senpai Christian. You'll be moving to the left, to the right, etc. Senpai Adri is doing the same thing, and you're looking at him in a profile. This might help with some of the techniques as we get a little more complicated, but the idea is most of you should look like Senpai Christian. Right leg back, everyone picking up a fighting stance. Kamaite. Yeah. So to make life really easy, we're going to start this off with a simple jab cross. So all you're going to throw is left jab, right cross. Whenever you have your right leg in front, it'll be the opposite. Right jab, left cross. The idea is simply whatever limb you have in front, you throw first. Whatever limb you have back, you throw second. Doesn't matter which is which. So the 8 directionals starts by turning to your left. Go ahead, everyone. Your left leg's in front, and now do whatever. So in this case, jab cross. Go. 1, 2. The second technique, every even technique, the second, the fourth, the sixth, the eighth, you don't move your feet, you just turn the other way. So they turn 180 degrees. Right, left now. 1, 2. Boom, boom. Exactly. Third step is back to the front. So Christian will step back toward the column. Yep, go. Jab cross. And now you'll turn away from the camera, those of you at home. Go, or away from the screen. Right, left. Okay, we did half of it, and it goes left, right, left, right. Now it goes right, left, right, left. So you can look over your shoulders and see Christian here. You're going to mimic him. He's going to his right. Go. Yeah, and right, left. Adri's doing the same thing. I'm just speaking specifically about Christian because he should look how you are. Turn 180 degrees. Go. Now this should be to the left of where you started, right? You should be facing the left. Go. Jab cross. Last 2 moves. Right leg steps towards the back, so away from your screen. Go. Jab cross. And now back to the front where you were facing. Jab cross. Very good. So now I'm just going to jump in next to Christian here and do a very quick rendition of the whole thing. So here we were. We start by going to our left with our left. Whatever. We turn 180 degrees. We're now on our right leg. So it was left, right. Boom, boom. We now do left back to the front. Boom, boom. Turn 180 degrees. Boom, boom. So we did left, right, left, right. Now we do right, left, right, left. My right leg moves to the right. 1, 2. 180 degrees to the left. 1, 2. Right leg towards the back. 1, 2. And finally, left leg back where we started. 1, 2. Once you get the shape down, the rest will be easy. It's a challenge if this is brand new to you. I apologize, especially since I can't see you guys. Do your best. All right, let's do it together. To the left, ich. To the right, ni. To the left up front, sun. Behind you, chi. I know I'm going fast for you guys at home. To your right with your right leg, go. 180 degrees, go. Finally, to the right, to the back, go. And back where you started, rook. Very nice. Okay. So now, put that in the back of your brain for a moment. Senpai Christian, go next to Senpai Adri again. And now we're going to do a kind of middle length combination. When we get to doing the 8 directions at its like fullest form, you can either stick with, if this is brand new to you, you can stick with the 2 punches. Or you can do this combination that we're going to do over and over. Or if you really want, if you know the 8 directions, you've been doing it for a while, black belts in the room, you can plug in the Tai Sabaki. It's up to you, either way. What we do here is our old school 6 technique combination, going all the way back to Seido Karate. I'll count it down for you guys who don't know it. Front leg, front snap kick, go. Left jab, right cross. Leave the right cross out for me. Yeah. Right knee kick. Boom. As you pull back, left elbow. Right cross. This is a fun 6-move combination, mainly because it goes back and forth. There's great rhythm to it. Let's do it one more time on the count, and then you'll let it go on your own. Front snap kick, go. Jab, cross, knee kick, elbow, right cross. Okay. So now I'm just going to count, and I will narrate the techniques they're doing. They're going to go at their own speed. On their own speed. Ready? Ich, front kick. No, don't turn that. Let's do that. Front. Wait, slow down. Let's do it together. Let's do it together. All together. I'm going to count. You guys will do it all. Still facing this way. We're going to do 8 directions in a minute. Ready? Go. Front. Jab. Cross. Knee kick. Elbow. Cross. Very good. So, for you at home, it's kick, jab, cross, knee, elbow, cross. Kick, jab, cross, knee, elbow, cross. Would be the simplest way. Have it in your head. Once again, knee, kick, jab, cross, knee, elbow, cross. Good. You two on your own, everyone at home, on your own, try your best, and go. Rook, just a couple more, and then we'll integrate the 8 directions. Sich. And hatch. Okay, why don't we both, so I don't think they need to see it from the side anymore. So Christian, go ahead, face the column. Adri, face the column. Christian, take a step to your right. Adri, take a step to your left. Both sides take our fighting stance. Okay, so we're going to do the same thing now. 6-move technique, but in the 8 directions. So at home, if you would like, feel free to do this Tai Sabaki here instead. I can't see it. It's on you. If it's too much of a challenge, do this. If this is too much of a challenge, simply do the jab cross. The main thing I care about is you nailing this 8 direction more than I care about the techniques. You can plug any technique in here. Okay? Turning to the left. Ich. Kick. Jab. Cross. Kick. Okay. We're about to turn 180 degrees and do it on the other side. Take your time. Knee, right front snap kick, right jab, left cross, left knee, right elbow, left cross. Very good. If I can say it that fast, you guys can do it. Half that fast is fine. Left leg towards away from the camera, away from the screen. I'm sorry, you guys at home would be doing it towards the screen. That's cool. Sun. Left, jab, cross, knee kick, elbow, right cross. Okay. So these guys here are going to turn towards you guys and do it. You can turn away or look over your shoulder. Behind you, right leg. Chi, right kick, jab, cross, knee kick, elbow, left cross. Very nice. Right leg to the right. In this case, it'll be towards the mirrors. Go. Jab, kick, jab, cross, knee kick, elbow. Good. 180 degrees, in our case, towards the red wall. Go. Kick, punch, punch, knee kick, elbow, cross. Very good. Right one to me. Go. Very nice techniques, gentlemen. And last one to the front. Go. Very sharp.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. One more time. I'm not going to explain. I'm going to count. I'm not going to count super fast. Do your best. Again, I have no idea what you're doing at home. Do your best. Ich. No. Christian. Good. Behind you. Neat. Sun. Yes. Good work, guys. Chi. Chris is not old enough to know this combination very well. To the right. Go. Rup. Sit. Where? Yes. Good job. And hotch.
Yeah.
Very nice. Front leg pulls back just like every time from fighting stance. No. All right. Good. Face the red wall again, you guys. And shake it out, stretch out on your own. As we've been doing, we'll squeeze in 10 more minutes of content, take a 2-minute break, come back with katas. Or maybe we'll squeeze in 1 kata before the break. So maybe you've heard me make this kind of joking analogy before, which was, if you had a weird genetic condition that for some reason made you the most appetizing in the world to tigers, and anytime you saw a tiger, it would just jump on you immediately and try to eat you because you're just delicious as far as tigers are concerned. That wouldn't come into play. Like I could have that right now, and I wouldn't know unless I went and visited that Tiger King zoo. Look at that, topical. Yeah, okay. I'd never know. I'd go my whole life and I'd never know. I'd never find out because what are the chances? But if I had that same disorder for dogs, that a dog would just jump on me, I'd find out immediately, right? I couldn't live in New York City. The dogs would attack me all the time. And how does this apply to the martial arts? The idea that some techniques, you do them so rarely, it doesn't matter if you do something weird or dangerous in it. Like if you throw jumping spin kicks badly, it's almost never going to come into play. But if you throw a punch wrong, even a tiny bit, it's going to come into play a ton, right? You throw these basic punches all of the time. So here's a very simple thing. I was talking about it today in the morning class. So if any of you guys were in that class, then it's going to be redundant. But it's the most basic thing we do, almost like 10 times a class. It's yoi, yoi, get ready. So everyone, let's break this down just a little bit. And sometimes it's like, we're going to something that basic? Yeah, because even black belts are probably doing this a little wrong. So we're starting in Fudo-dachi. Our feet are out at 45 degrees. And I didn't even learn this until I was like a second or third degree black belt myself. When we're done with yoi, we shouldn't actually be in the same Fudo-dachi we started in. We should be almost in Heiko-dachi. Our toes should almost be pointing straight ahead. Those of you that have been in one of my classes recently where I've mentioned this idea about being in Sanshin-dachi and getting your fists on the outside of your elbows and you feel this tightness, you're going to get the same thing, but you're going to feel it in your quads and in your hips. So this is what we're going to do. We're in our Fudo-dachi. Toes are out to the outside. Everyone, come bring your heels off the ground for a moment as we cross our arms up for our yoi, right? Arms come up, fists coming to our shoulders. And as we come down, bring your heels down a little bit out so your feet end up in Heiko-dachi instead. And you'll notice when you bring your hands down and you engage, these muscles all around here lock in. Your thighs should feel strong. You should feel almost like you're holding onto the ground. Not like Sanshin-dachi quite, but almost there. And this, I've also heard referred to sometimes, it's not a stance that we're required to memorize, as yoi-dachi, our ready stance more so. Fudo-dachi is like normal stance. This is our actual ready to go. We're tight. We're able to launch off the blocks a little more efficiently. So let yourself come back to feet out a little bit, and you'll feel everything relaxed and soften. Good. And now let's do the proper yoi. So come up to those balls of the feet a little bit, cross the arms, and when you come down, don't let the toes come back out, and you'll feel your legs engage a little bit more. Good. Nare. We'll come back. And what we can do is actually, everyone come back to that kind of Heiko-dachi engaged position. Nare here, that's always kind of one-sided. As you nare, let your feet come back to Fudo-dachi and everything softens. So let's practice this a few times on its own. And even these guys might have never really noticed this difference. These tiny things add up. And yoi. Practice it on your own a few times. Feel that your legs are a little stronger, you're engaged, you're ready to launch. It's like the difference with a soldier being like at attention or at ease. How much tension is there in the body? Keep on going on your own. Very nice. Just the yoi. And remember, I mentioned this last week, I think. Your yoi, your forearms, should never break your line of sight. So I'm looking there. My arms never come in front because for a moment I'm blind. I want my arms to come up. Notice how I'm looking at the camera. I can see you guys. At no point is my line of sight broken. Don't come over the top in a big circle. A couple more seconds. Very nice. Good. And yame. Good. Mokuso. Bring your feet together into Mokuso position. Sanchin kata. Yoi. So right now your yoi, is it what we just said? Are your toes ahead? Are your legs locked? Won't feel quite the same as Sanchin dachi, but it should not be entirely dissimilar. Right leg, both hands. Ich. Ni. Left hand pulls, left hand punches. Sun. Step. Chi. The angle's not quite right to see it, but I can see these guys on the, when both arms are up, fists are on the outside of the elbows. Go. Turning. Rook. Turning. Sich. Hach. Good. No more steps. Coup. Ju. Ich. Pull. Ni. Sun. Chi. Good. Make sure it comes all the way back. Don't rush. Don't cut corners. Hach. And rook. Good. Both of you can move forward a little bit. And nare. Good. Adria, tiny bit forward. Yoi. Taikyoku kata number 1, regular way. Ich. Now hold here. Everyone, lengthen your stance a little bit. Good. Feel your front leg work. Feel your back hip stretch. Ni. Same thing now on the other side. Feel your front leg work. Feel your back hip stretch. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hach. Yeah. Both of you take a big step to your left. So Christian won't run out of room coming here toward the camera. Coup. Ju. Watch your step. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rup. Yeah. Sich. Hach. Coup. Jump. Yeah. Nare. Come back. Very good. Adjust forward. And shake it out. So we're going to take our 2-minute break. Feel free to, if you're not going to go disappear outside, get some water, stretch out, exercise, anything that you'd like on your own. Go. 2 minutes. For those of you in the room, the audio is still on. Sometimes when I say there's a 2-minute break, Senpai Adju just immediately starts sipping tea. And starts saying, so I heard a story about someone who may be watching this class.
People we don't like in their families.
So those of you that can see Adju's lips moving, but you can't quite hear him because he's not close to the microphone here, just trust that it's fine. It's not quite 7 yet. You see, jump the gun. Jump the gun. It's all right. Hang out, guys. No, it's 7. Maybe we're moving past it.
It's one pot.
Yeah.
It's one pot.
Well, that's what's going to end up, right? Eventually, it's just
Yeah, it's just gonna be
one guy going, no, we're done? Okay.
They're done.
There it is.
Okay, alright.
Phew. So for those that are in earshot at home, whatever rank you are, white belt through black belt, this is more of a problem of seniors, but it definitely can happen pretty early on in your training as well if you're not careful. We want to be faster, we want to be stronger. In particular, faster is the issue here. You do a technique, you want it to be faster. You see a senior do it, it looks like it's crazy fast, they snap it, it looks cool, you want to mimic that. But you don't quite have the coordination yet. You don't quite have the muscle strength yet. Your body doesn't know the technique quite well enough. How do you mimic their speed? You cut corners. And that's something we want to avoid doing. We don't want to do a lesser version of the technique just because we get there at the same time, right? You know, they throw 5 techniques, we throw 5, and hey, we key-eyed at the same time they did. But your 5 techniques were all like cut short. They were all a little sloppy. They weren't, no. Throw the 5 techniques, get there half a second after the senior. You'll work your way up. They didn't start that way. They weren't born that way. Don't cut corners. You will build bad habits that will take much longer to deprogram later than if you stop them before they happen. There's this great phrase I heard a long time ago that said habits start as cobwebs and become chains. They start very easy to break, very thin, very light, and they just let more solid and lock in and lock in and lock in until now they're a big challenge. So as we move into some other katas, I would like you to pay attention that with our blocks, with our punches, with our steps, with our stances, that we're not cutting corners, that we're trying to do it the right way the whole way. So we're going to do the same thing that we did on Friday for those of you that were in that class, which is that we're going to work on a couple of our katas with just our upper body. And then maybe if, you know, it might be a little bit of a challenge for some of you at home, we'll do a couple of those same katas with just our stances, just our leg work. So why not both of you two here face the camera instead?
Us.
Good. And now as you take a big step to your left.
Us.
More. Christian, actually Christian, you're fine. A little bit to your left. Good. And yoi. So we're going to do Taikyoko kata number 1 with just our upper body, just our blocks and our punches. These guys are going to be a mirror image for you, right? It's not going to be the same. So, I'm sorry, they're not going to be a mirror image. They're going to do it the same proper way. So, you know, if you're following them, you're going to have to reverse yourself, right? It's going to look like their left arm is your right arm, etc. So you're going to have to reverse it. So maybe don't copy them. Maybe look up when you make a mistake. Look up when you need to. Taikyoko number 1 starts left hand block. Ich. Right hand punch. Ni. Good. So here's an example. When you do the block all the way up to your opposite ear, other hand all the way down, and when you block all the way out and lined up with the outer edge of your leg. Whenever we block here, we block with the same hand we punched with, unless we ki-eye. So right hand block. Sun. Left hand punch. Chi. Left hand block. Go. Punch. Rook. Again. Sich. One more time. Hach.
Yeah.
We ki-eye. So that means it's time to block with our other arm. Ku. Ju. We didn't ki-eye, so it's time to block with the same arm. Ich. I'm going to stop explaining like this in a minute. Punch. Ni. Same arm block. Sun. If you want to know where we are, we're heading back up the middle in the kata. 3 punches. Chi. And go. And rook.
Yeah.
Good. We ki-eye. Chamber hand blocks. Sich. Hach. We didn't ki-eye, so same hand blocks. Ku. Ju.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Good. So this applies, that system. You block with the hand that you just punched with, applies to a lot of our katas. Not all of them, but a lot of them. Same kata one more time, a little bit faster. Yoi. I'm not going to explain anymore. Left hand start. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Sich. Hatch.
Yeah.
If I'm moving too fast for you at home, too bad. Catch up. Ku. Ju. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook.
Yeah.
Sich. Hatch. Ku. Ju.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Good. So, those of you at home from green belt on up, including these two guys here, you do the same kata one more time, but migi hachime.
Nice.
Start with your right hand. If you remember the rules, you don't need to remember lefts and rights. You can just do it on principle. So those at home, green belt on up, migi hachime. Yellow belt on down, if you want to, go ahead migi hachime. Otherwise, do it the same way. But green belt on up, I'd like you guys to make yourself do it. Yellow belts on down, if you'd like. Yoi. So it starts right hand block because you'd be turning to your right. Ich. So all you got to do is remember the rules and where we are in the kata. Ni. No explanation. Sun. Chi. Go. Yes. Rook. Sich. Hatch.
Yeah.
Ku. Very good. Ju. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook.
Yeah.
What's the rule? Sich. Hatch. Ku. Ju.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Very good. Shake it out.
Nice.
Good. Pinan kata number 1.
Nice.
Regular way, hands and feet, and then we'll do the hands only version in a minute. Yoi. Ich. So starts very similar to Taikyoku, almost all the same rules. Ni. Sun. Excellent. Remember, Nekowashi Dachi, tiny, tiny stance. Chi. Go. Both of you can take one big step back so you have plenty of room to come forward. Upper blocks down the middle. Rook. Sich. Hatch.
Yeah.
Back leg move. Ku. Just like Taikyoku number 1. If you're in limited space, just do it as, do the half steps. Ju. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook.
Yeah.
Back leg turn. Sich. Shuto Mawashi Uke. So now, let's pause here for a moment just to think, wait, do the rules still apply when we're in Shuto Mawashi Uke? They do. How does it apply? The arm that's out long would be the equivalent of either the blocking hand or the punching hand, right? So picture if this was Taikyoku number 1. You would have turned left leg Zen Kutsudachi, left Gedan Barai, right? Now your left arm out in the Shuto Mawashi Uke. What would you do if this was Taikyoku number 1? You would step in right leg, right hand punch. Now you step in right Shuto Mawashi Uke. Hatch. And now what's the rule if this was Taikyoku number 1, right? When you turn, having not ki-eyed, you block with the hand you just punched with. So our right hand just did Shuto Mawashi. We're going to turn and block with it, but it's another Shuto Mawashi, so we just do right Shuto Mawashi again. Ku. That may have been a very fast explanation, but realize that if you were to superimpose Taikyoku number 1 here, the last 4 moves, the system still matches perfectly. Step in, Ju.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right. Okay, let's do the kata again, just our hands.
Nice.
We're going to do it twice. We're not going to do it 3 times. I'm not going to explain like I did the first time of Taikyoku number 1. I think you've had enough of it. We're just going to count, and then we're going to do Migi Hachime. And again, not hard if we do the system. Ready? Right in front of you. Left Gedan Barai. Ich. Just so I wouldn't explain that a bit. Ni. San. What else? Very nice. Chi. Go. Nice. Rook. Sich. Hatch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ku. Very good. Ju. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Back up the middle. Go. Rook.
Yeah.
Okay, think it through. Think it through. We ki-eyed. So we're blocking, I'm air quoting, you can't see it, with Shuto Mawashi with the chamber hand. Sich. Right. Step in and use the other hand. Hatch. Exactly. Turn and use the same hand. Coup. Yeah, see? Ju.
Yeah.
Yeah. So these systems are underneath all of this if we pay attention and find them. Nore. Okay. Migi Hachime. Not a kata we normally do Migi Hachime. This is a challenge. It's a good one. Yoi. Starts right gate on Barai. Only explanation you get. Ich. Ni. Stay focused. San. And excellent. Chi. Go. Rook. Sitch. Hatch.
Yeah.
Think it through. Coup. Excellent. Ju. Ich. Ni. Back up the middle. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook.
Yeah.
Think about it. Sitch. Very good. Yes. Hopefully you guys at home got that too. The chamber hand leaves the shutomawashi. Hatch. Turn. Coup. Yeah, very good. Same one again. Ju.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nore. Excellent. Shake it out.
Nice.
Last one. Same treatment to Pinan Kata number 2.
Nice.
For the green belts on up, I can just feel it psychically in the air that some of the kids that are above yellow belt are getting annoyed because you were like, wait, what? Last kata Pinan 2, but I want to do Pinan 4. That's why I showed up. Okay, I can't see you. Go ahead. Use my count for Pinan 2 to do Pinan 4, Pinan 5, or whatever kata you want. If you want to follow with us, Pinan kata number 2. We're going to do it 3 times. Again, once regular way, once hands only, once reversed. Pinan 2 regular way. Yoi. Ich. Ni. While we're doing the regular one, start thinking about how we're going to apply it later. San. Chi. When we do the other one, we won't use kicks. Go. Right here, obviously, at the side. Rook. Sitch. Hatch. Push and stab.
Yeah.
Good. Yep, you can back up a little, Christian, too, just around the frame. Coup. Ju. Ich. Ni. Sun. Chi. Go. Rook. Those of you that are below yellow belt and are following this kata, it's a challenge. Do your best. Sitch. Not sure if we have anyone, but Hatch. Coup. Ju.
Yeah.
No. Okay. So this one is harder. The rules still apply, but not quite as accurately as in the last ones. So do your best. Think it through. Pinan 2, regular way, no feet. So there won't be any side kick, there won't be any stances, just what the arms do. Ready? Ich. Ni. Yeah, and you can do it to the side, it's fine. Sun. Chi. Okay, think. Go. Rook. Sitch. Hatch.
Yeah.
Coup. Oh, we have a difference of opinion here. That's the right, okay, good job. Deferring to your scene. Ju. Also the person who happened to be right there, which is probably a better reason. Okay, this is just like the end of Pinan 1. So what? Ich. Good. Don't worry, Christian, that time Adri totally was copying you. He was looking at you. He did the good, like, eyes straight ahead, but, like, all of his attention was on the corner of his eye, clearly. Ni. Like, I was never a second-degree black belt. San. Yeah. So these two guys, by the way, are clearly doing this part off of muscle memory, right? It just feels right to do that. That's fine. That's a good way to do it until we go to the reverse side. Then that's going to be a nightmare. Go. What do? We kick, we punch. Yeah. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Kick and punch. Rook. Yes. Sitch. Hatch. Very good. Go. Adri, you was right. Yep, same arm. And jump.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Okay, don't worry. These two guys are probably going to mess this up a good amount. I would probably mess this up a good amount. Let's just have fun with it. And if you guys at home are just like, at this point with being on two, just watching the show, that's fine too. Ready, yoi. Start to your right, double block. Ich. Ni. Sun. Part's easy so far. Chi. You should be able to reverse this pretty well. Yeah. Go. Other hand, Christian. That was the normal one. Yep. Rook. Sitch. Hotch.
Yeah.
Yes. Think about it. Picture it. Oh, twisting around in the air. It's hard, right? Go. Yes, right hand. Very good. Juke. Left hand. Itch. Left hand again. Good. Knee. Probably they're now feeling the 13th move normally and now reversing it. That's okay. San. Yes. Chi. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Punch. Rook. Yeah, that's it. Sitch. Yep, that's right. Hotch. I had to picture it in my mind too. Coup. Oh, Andrew, the second time? Yeah, it's the same one. So the hand you block with, you then turn and block with, because it's like the punch. And juke.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very nice. Nore, come back. So yeah, at a certain point here, that was like meant to be, and definitely was, more of just like a challenge, a test. It's not something you need to be able to nail, not something you have to get right. Everyone should end up.
Nice.
That's the line.
Nice.
Once again, shins and out.
Nice.
Bow shake shian.
Nice.
Courtesy here.
Nice.
Senpai Agi.
Nice.
Senpai Christian.
Nice.
Feet together, hands together, mock so.
Nice.
Mock so and gnaw. Once again, shins and out. So I'm going to give you guys something that sounds entirely unrelated, but it actually overlaps here. It overlaps with what we did today about this kind of like learning the system of it. So in case you don't know, the way that image compression on a computer works, I know this sounds like it has nothing to do with karate, it does. How it works, how a JPEG works. You know, you guys have all had images that are JPEGs. How are they so much smaller than the original? One of the ways that it makes things smaller is it looks for sections where it's all the same color in a row, right? So like you take a picture of the sky, there's gonna be a section with basically the same blue for a whole bunch of pixels. Normally how an image is, it's every single pixel. It's like this pixel is this color, this pixel is this color, this pixel is this color, and it all puts it down. It makes for a very accurate, giant file. So what they do instead is if it sees this big block all the same, instead of saying every single pixel, it goes, oh, there's 50 pixels in a row of this color. So all you need is this little bit of data that says 50 pixels, that color, instead of saying the same color 50 times. It makes it so that thing that was 50 blocks is now only 2 little blocks of information. You do that throughout a whole image. That's why an image, in fact, you'll notice if it's super complicated, when you compress it, it doesn't compress very much. But if it's like a big blue sky, a big green field, then it can compress really tiny because it does this idea. How does this apply to karate? It's the same idea with what we do with the system of the kata. If all you do for everything you learn is memorize every single little move, every single one, it's a lot more to memorize. If you memorize some of the systems, the underlying way in which it works, you can learn these rules that at any point in the middle of the kata, you go, I don't remember the move, but I remember the idea, I remember the rule, the system underneath it. And so it requires you to memorize things in such like smaller ways or more general ways. And this can apply to like everything. There's underlying systems, there's underlying patterns, and in fact, some of the material, the better written material, the better created material, is more systematic. I always, I was mentioning it kind of in the 8 directional as well. Some of the stuff that isn't as well put together has like things in it that aren't part of the system, aren't part of the pattern, and therefore it annoys me because it's like I can't use a pattern to do that, I just have to memorize it. I don't think those are as good. It's better if there's an underlying principle. So when you can find them, use them, it'll make your learning much faster, and also is like a good way, in my opinion, to just look at things in general. Boys, guys. That was good home. Thank you very much. See you later.
Bye.
Boys.
Thank you for the class.
My pleasure.